Trying to start a dropshipping business can be overwhelming with so many steps and strategies. A lot of people just don't know where to start. And so in this video, I'm going to share my exact strategy to start from scratch to building a successful dropshipping store in 2021. In the last couple of weeks, I've built a couple different dropshipping stores using this exact strategy. And in the coming weeks, I'm going to be revealing those products and results. So if you're new here, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. When you break dropshipping down to its bare bones, you've got three main components. You've got a winning product, you've got a website, and you've got marketing, or how you actually drive traffic to that site. Now I'm gonna break down each of these into simple terms, but the first one is going to be your winning product, and without the winning product, this whole thing is gonna fall like a house of cards. I say this all the time, you can have a good product but bad marketing and still be successful, but you really can't have the amazing marketing that's gonna fix a bad product, okay? So it has to start with a solid product that solves a problem. Now, as you probably know, there are tons and tons of products that you can sell, and a lot of people can't really figure out where to start. And so there are really three things that I focus on that determines if it's gonna be a winning product or not. Now, the first thing that I do look for is when I'm on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or wherever I hang out, seeing those products, those ads in real time with a lot of engagement shows that there's a lot of hope, and it's a good sign that the product is going to work, okay? I like to see it in the field, as I call it. I want to see it in the field, working in real time, showing the engagement. That to me says that it's going to be successful when I try it out. This is primarily my main strategy for finding winning products, okay? And it's worked time and time again. I don't try to reinvent the wheel. I try to find something that's working in real time. The next thing I like to look for is mass appeal. Can it be sold to a lot of people? I don't want to find something that's so niche down that it can only be sold to a small sector of people, like cat sweaters, okay? I want something that is universally broad, and that way I can scale up, and there's going to be a point where I can make maybe $100,000 or $1 million in revenue versus maybe just something that's maybe $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. I want to get the big piece of the pie. The last thing I look for is a utility, because I know if it's useful, somebody will tag somebody in that post, or even better yet, they'll buy it for them. If the product is useful, guess what's going to happen from there? They're going to tell their neighbor about it. Now let me show you a live example of exactly what I'm talking about. So this is a video ad I ran into on TikTok. It's a 3-in-1 phone charger to clean up those deadly cords that just clutter your room. The advert is simple yet effective. This would be a perfect gift for the upcoming holidays. Hint, hint. I just want to mention a video I made a couple days ago about 10 additional winning products that you can test out today. I did all the heavy lifting and research if you don't know where to start. So I'm going to leave a video link down below in the description that you can check out after this video is done. So how do I find these products? As I mentioned before, I don't really use any sort of software. In fact, a lot of people that are veterans in the space do not. I see a lot of beginners paying for these sites, testing low quality, low price point products, crappy products, super saturated, not gonna work products, and not being successful, and then blaming the industry is dead. You should be getting winning products in your newsfeed. You should be getting targeted wherever you hang out. If you see one of those products, like the video, click through to the website, add the product to your cart, and what this is doing is it's sending positive feedback back to those ad platforms that you're interested in seeing more of that content. By continuing to do this over and over again, you're gonna be constantly fed potential winning products, like I said, in the field over and over again for free. Now, if you're not being fed these, a workaround that I've found is that you can actually go to Google, type in a popular dropshipping product, like the posture corrector, for example, go to the website, add to cart, go through the checkout process. Obviously, don't buy the product. And what you should see is that these companies are going to retarget you on Facebook, on Instagram, again, wherever you hang out, interact with those posts, and just do that over and over again until you're, getting momentum to be fed these products. I will do an updated, more in-depth video talking about these strategies in the coming weeks, so I suggest that you subscribe right now so you don't miss that. So once you've got a product, the next thing you have to do is actually build a website. Now there's a couple of different ways that you can go. The first way can be a general store where you're selling a bunch of random products. You can get a one product store where you're focusing on one single product, or a niche store where you're focusing on a theme like babies or pets or electronics. With a one product store, you're gonna have a higher conversion rate because you have more authority and credibility For that product, they don't feel like they can just go over to Amazon and buy it. The downside is that if the product fails, you have to go get a new domain, a new logo, build a new site, do everything over again from scratch. General or niche stores are going to be reversed in that way, that you're gonna be able to rapid test products, but on the downside, you're gonna have lower conversions compared to a one product store. Now, when it comes to building websites, most people in the space use Shopify, including myself, because it's super easy to build. And on top of that, it's only $30 a month. And there's just so much video content out there, including anything that I talk about online. It's specifically for Shopify websites. You don't need to know any coding or graphic design to get a website up and to start beginning making sales. Now, I get asked all the time if I use a paid or free theme on Shopify, and my recommendation is to get the Debutify theme. This is the #1 theme for converting customers on e-commerce. What I like about this, more than the fact that it has an extremely professional layout, is that all the apps that you would pay for on Shopify are included in the Debutify theme. So you're saving money, but you're also getting this badass theme. I'm using the Debutify theme to build all my stores currently. You can try the theme out for yourself for free. I'm gonna leave a link to that down below in the description. One thing I will mention about building websites is you don't need to start with a blank slate. This isn't what they taught you in school. It's okay to use other websites for inspiration. The biggest companies in the world do that. If you see something that's working, there's a reason that it's working. Take headlines, copy, images, and recreate it into your own masterpiece. Just make sure you don't directly steal it from your competitors, because you can get into a lot of trouble. In the past, I've always talked about using Facebook ads to drive customers, but I've changed my tune on that over the last couple of years because Facebook has just made it increasingly more difficult for newbies to get into it. It's becoming more and more difficult to track customers, and they're banning accounts for no reason. So I want you to start in a place of confidence and a place where you can start to make money on a very low budget. Now, as an overview, I generally use Pinterest ads, Google ads, and more recently, Snapchat and TikTok ads. I'm gonna have a more in-depth updated video on exactly how I'm using those Snapchat and TikTok ads in the coming videos. So again, subscribe if you have not already. But let me talk about a beginner strategy that you can use right now. If you're brand new to dropshipping, sometimes an ad platform is a little bit hard to grasp. And so that's why I've developed this beginner strategy that you can implement and start to make sales without risking basically any money at all. And I do this by harnessing the power of TikTok. You can order your product off Amazon and start to make some simple videos and post them for free to get some organic traffic. You can see what other brands or other dropshippers are doing for their product on TikTok, recreate those and post them, and hopefully have similar success. And they don't have to be professional. In fact, it's actually better on TikTok if they are not professional and looks like some just random customer ad actually made them. I actually started doing this last week, and I created a new profile around my dropshipping store and started to make content. I was not in the videos, I just showed how the actual product worked, and I ended up getting just about $500 in sales in the first 4 days. And I didn't pay a cent for advertising. Here's a great example of someone that is putting this strategy into action that I found on TikTok. The product is a simple slushy maker, but the content is getting millions and millions of views. It's going absolutely crazy out there. And I could only imagine how many people is actually driving to his site for this product and how many people is converting into customers. The biggest key here is not to make your TikTok content feel like an ad or promotion. Let me give you another example. This is another ad that I actually saw a few days ago. Now, you can make this as a content piece and not an ad. In my opinion, your ads and your content should look about the same, okay? But so take this ad, and this is something that you could implement into a content strategy. Now, this is a flower light. I'm just gonna let you watch it. See how she says, "Oh, my boyfriend is the best." It feels like she just got this as a gift. Whereas this is actually somebody who is promoting this product, but it feels like she's just a customer that's getting it. If vice versa, imagine if she made some professional video about the product, there's no emotion involved into it, how less it would perform than this video is. This is called native ads or native content. It really blends in, okay? Most advertising kind of stands out in a bad way. It just feels weird. You kind of know it's an ad. So this is the way to move, especially on a platform like TikTok. Professional ads, professional content is not gonna work as well. So what's the best way to know how to do this? I mean, the best way, when I break it down, is to hang out on the platforms, is to be a consumer on those platforms. If you're gonna run ads or create content on TikTok, hang out on TikTok. Same thing with Pinterest, same thing with Snapchat, same thing with Instagram. From there, you can use the profits you made from the content to invest into paying for influencers. As I mentioned in my last video, TikTok influencers are untapped. They don't really understand their value, and so you can end up paying 20 or 30 bucks and getting a video that has 100,000 views, 200,000 views, potentially 1 million views. So how do you find these influencers? What I recommend doing is going to the search function and typing in just general keywords that are related to the theme of your product. Or you can just be on the lookout in your feed, and if you see someone that seems like they're a good fit, just reach out to them or put them on, a list that you could reach out to later. A couple major things I do pay attention to is I pay for engagement over followers. Someone can have a lot of followers, but not a lot of engagement, okay? And vice versa. I pick engagement over followers any day. Now, the other thing to pay attention to is if they do a lot of promos. If they do a lot of promos, stay away. Now, the best way to reach out to these people is not through TikTok, because in most cases, people have more TikTok followers than Instagram followers. So I go right to their Instagram and reach out to them. Even better yet, they've got an email that you can contact, and so that's another way that you can kind of hit them from both angles. In your message, I highly recommend keeping it simple, to the point, and pique curiosity. Don't send a fury of paragraphs that people have to read through. People are busy. Just pique their interest and have them get back to you as soon as possible. Personally, I would keep your costs low with them. And what I highly recommend doing that a lot of people are not talking about is sending them the product and doing your payout based on a tier system. Let me explain. For example, tell them if they create a video that makes 100,000 views, you give them $50. If it gets 250,000 views, it's $100. If it gets 1 million, it's $250, etc. As you continue to stack up your bread, I would begin familiarizing yourself with how to run ads. Again, I'll have updated videos in the coming weeks on how to exactly do this and how I set these up step by step. So make sure to subscribe if you have not already. This is my absolute best strategy to start a new store from scratch in 2021. As we move into 2022, now I realize that this is very bare bones and it doesn't go down into the depths of it. There's a little bit more that goes into starting a successful dropshipping business. And that's why I created a helpful playlist that I'm gonna leave down below in the description that you should be able to check out right now. Give me a big like on the video, drop #winner down below. And as I always say, until next time, peace.